Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am really excited to bring you a research video today on paperweights. I have not done one in well over a year, and paperweights are one of my favorite things. So if you don't have a lot of space, whether you're collecting or reselling, paperweights are definitely a really good option for you. And there are some that are extremely valuable, hundreds to thousands of dollars. And I'm going to show you 25 today that are my top picks. These are high dollar selling ones. They are very sought after. I will show you the markings to look for if they have them. I want you to look at the designs, the styles of what is popular right now, because these are selling like hotcakes. And if you're a collector, this way you'll know exactly what is being sought after as well. These paperweights are by at least 20 different designers. I tried not to show you more than one. There might be some I show you, a couple by that same artist. I have a few here that when I get to one by the artist, I'm going to show you that I have in my store for sale. And I'm actually having a really good sale on them. So if you're a collector, you might want to take a look at these that I have. And these are, again, really good. They are very high dollar. And all of these will also have lower dollar ones. So don't just look at a designer and a name. You need to look at the style. You need to look at the design of the paperweight, because just a name alone is not going to make it very valuable. It is a multitude of things. So don't just see one thing and expect to get a lot for that item. You need to compare apples to apples, look at the style as well as the designer, make sure it's in good shape as well. And I am ready to get started. I'm ready to show you these top 25 paperweights right now. First up is an antique Baccarat butterfly paperweight. It says 1860, amazing. This is really beautiful with that butterfly or moth, and then it's also got the concentric flowers around. I love the wings on the butterfly as well. So this one sold for $850. I'm not sure why it's not showing on there. eBay does that sometimes, but it was in the list at $850. And beautiful piece. Here is the bottom of that one. And I'm not seeing a Baccarat signature on this one. Most Baccarat, maybe it's etched in there and they just didn't show it. Most Baccarat that I have seen is signed, and this was a great sale at $850. Next up is a Ken Rosenfeld clownfish and anemone ocean fish aquarium art glass paperweight. This one sold for $900. I love the clownfish and the anemones. And historically in my research, the well done fish tank and aquarium paperweights do typically do very well. Here you can see this one, beautiful paperweight. Absolutely stunning. I do want to zoom in here so you can see the R is in the glass, and then it is etched, the Ken Rosenfeld. So very easily identified, and beautiful paperweight. So they're not all signed on the bottom. That one is signed on the side. So make sure you look on the bottom and on the sides for those signatures. And we're also going to take a look. Hopefully they'll show some cane signatures that I can show you, like that R that was on the side of this one. Up next is another fish one. This is a Kathy Richardson Under the Sea Coral Reef Angelfish Pink Paperweight. This one sold for $900. So Kathy Richardson, make sure to remember her name. Look at the beautiful fish in this one, as well as the coral in the background. Here you can see this one is signed along the bottom edge. Very easy to read. Kathy Richardson from 2009. So this one is not a vintage piece, right at 3 inches and almost at close to 2 pounds. Beautiful paperweight. And I actually like the coloring on it there much better than that front one, and an amazing sale at $900. Next up, so I just showed you Kathy Richardson. I believe this is her husband. Colin Richardson, Magnum Ascent into Springtime 2023. So this one is only a couple of years old, and this one sold for $935. And the the seller says that they bought it when it was new, no cracks, chips, or other noticeable issues. Beautiful 3D flowers on this one, and amazing detail. And I saw it, you can see it here. It's a little bit hard to see, but the Colin Richardson 2023 signature is there. And both his and, again, I believe it is his wife, Kathy Richardson, both sell very, very well. Up next is a Clinton Smith 2025. So it's brand new. You can see they put fun Where's and then they put a blank. That's because I bet Where's Waldo is copyrighted and technically could not be used in that title. This one sold for just shy of $1,000. This is super cool with Waldo in there. You can see the candy cane, mushroom, little gecko. This one is really, really cute. So if you're a Where's Waldo fan, this one is a really, really neat piece and definitely cool. Now, here is where I wanted to show you the glass cane markings. So this is the bottom of the paperweight. And here on the bottom, you can see in the middle, that little circle in the glass is signed CS. So that is for Clinton Smith. And that is how you would identify this one. Next is a Jim D'Onofrio 1991 raspberries, flowers with jester and root person. Really neat. I want to point out the last at least 3 have been from the same seller, from Glassy Lassie. So they must specialize in paperweights. And this one sold for $1,100. This one, they are so cute with this little jester dude here with the raspberries. And they have had multiple makers. They obviously know their makers. This one, I'm not seeing the Jim D'Onofrio signature. So I'm not sure if it's not signed or if they just didn't show it. But I am definitely not seeing it on this one. But amazing, amazing sale at $1,100. Next up is a Perthshire one-of-a-kind Western kingbird from the Birds of North America. So this one was an auction, but it only got one bid, and it sold for $1,095. You can see that P signature cane there for Perthshire. Beautiful 3D bird here. And again, so you both look inside the paperweight for a signature, or they might be signed on the bottom or the side. This one has that glass cane inside and an amazing sale, close to $1,100. Next up is one that I believe was in my last paperweight video over a year ago, and that is a Steuben Excalibur sword. And this is in the stone. It is a signed paperweight with 18 karat gold. This one sold for $1,190. If you do not know the name Steuben, definitely learn it. Here you can see beautiful paperweight with that sword and amazing sale. The Steubens are typically signed with a small S on the bottom. Next up is a name that I hope you all know, and that is Louis Vuitton. This is a Louis Vuitton crystal paperweight and Stellar Times by Francesca Amphitheatro. This one sold for $1,200 out of Miami Beach. I wonder if they found it at a thrift store. How amazing would that be? There is that Louis Vuitton marking on the paperweight that you would need to know. There is the Louis Vuitton inscription on the bottom. Amazing, beautiful paperweight. I don't think I've seen Louis Vuitton paperweights like this, so definitely something new to learn. Here you can see the collection with the universe. Really, really neat box. And there's that Louis Vuitton tag as well as the box, and an amazing, amazing sale at $1,200. Next up is one that I have 3 of these. Unfortunately, mine do not have the signature canes, but they came from a very well-known paperweight collector who obtained them from Polysart. So I do have the provenance to go with them. So after I show you this one, I'm going to come back on screen and show you the 3 that I have. So this is a signed, very colorful Polysart floating bouquet in a lace and stripe basket. This one was an auction. It was started at $650 and there were 3 different bidders. It was 7 days and it went all the way to $1,225. Beautiful paperweight here. And the PY is the Polysart. Again, the ones I have unfortunately are not signed, but I do know they are definitely Polysart's work. And this one was a great sale to go up to that $1,225. All right, so if you're a paperweight collector, even if you're a reseller, maybe want to sit on these a little bit longer than I have 3 amazing Polysart paperweights. I've sold multiple at the $500 to $600 range. So these are in my store now, my eBay store, which is in my links below. And if you comment, I can send you the direct link to any of them and I will offer 50% off. So this one is definitely one of my favorites. This one is a faceted Polysart, absolutely gorgeous with the butterfly. And these are early Polysarts, again, before he was signing them. And then I've got 2 others. Check this one out. This one is beautiful with the pinks and greens and the twisted canes. And they are not signed, but we do have the provenance. There is the back of that one. And then the last one, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous paperweight. So if you're interested in any of these, I will give you 50% off if you tell me you saw them in the video. I believe they're all listed around the $500 point, so it'll put them to around $250, $300. So if you like Polysart, those 3 are absolutely gorgeous. And now let's get back to some more paperweights. Next up is a Rick Aote Blueberries, Cherry Blossoms, Buds, Green Leaves, Magnum paperweight. This one sold for $1,250. Look how realistic those blueberries look. Absolutely gorgeous work. Here you can see it is numbered and it was done in 1990. And you can see the Aote as well on the signature. Pretty easy to read this one. And this one was a really, really good sale, $1,250. Next up, this is a gorgeous egg-shaped paperweight. It's a rare antique St. Louis Millefiori closed pack canes. It does say hand cooler, and this one was an auction. It was a 7-day auction with 5 different bidders, and it was started at $495. So went up by $900 to that $1,375. And here you can see beautiful Millefiori canes in this one. A lot of detail and a lot of work. And I did not see a signature on this one, but beautiful, beautiful piece. Next up is a really neat vintage Viking uranium glass jumbo epic lime mushroom. It is 5 5/8 inch cap. And this mushroom sold for $1,500. So if you find some green mushrooms, my friends, definitely pick them up. This one does have the original Viking glass sticker there, and it is in excellent condition. I do not see any flaws, and an amazing sale at $14.99. This is a name that I think all of us should know, and that is Tiffany Studios. This is a Fabril glass turtleback paperweights. It is a set of 3, and the 3 of them sold for $1,650. So they do not look overly impressive, minus that amazing iridescence. There's the bottom of them. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. And this one even has a chip they're showing. I did not see a signature on these, and they still sold for $1,650. Next up is a name that is new to me, and that is Chris Buzzini. This is a large moccasin orchids art glass paperweight, and this is an artist proof. So anytime you find an artist proof, typically those are going to be more valuable. This one is absolutely gorgeous. And most of those will be marked with an AP. We'll see if we have a signature here. Yep, it says artist proof right there. There is the Chris Buzzini signature. So very, very clearly written, 94 in artist proof, and an amazing sale at $17.50. Next up is another one that was an auction. This is an antique Bohemian crown with figure canes, and this one got 8 bids. There were 5 different bidders. It was a 7-day auction, and it was started at $569. So well over $1,000 increase on this one. And this is the same seller as before. That blue there looks like it might be a signature cane. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And here you can see the bottom of this one. Again, I'm not seeing a signature on these, but this seller, it looks like, is selling quite a few high dollar paperweights. So they probably have quite extensive knowledge. Up next are 2 antique Clichy paperweights, and I didn't know what this was. It's actually a French firm, and there are a lot of Clichy paperweights in the top. So these 2 paperweights, and there's only one picture, they sold for $1,900. How amazing is that? And I don't know if these are signed or how they were identified, but the top paperweights were completely inundated by Clichy paperweights. So hopefully I put another one in here that might have more pictures, but definitely be aware of the name Clichy. Next up is another St. Louis. This is a pink pelargonium on Latticino paperweight. It does say rare. This one sold for a best offer that was taken on $1,899. And here you can see beautiful flower over that lattice. Really, really great. Here they are highlighting a scratch. If there are flaws, you definitely need to highlight them. You can see the SPB for St. Louis paperweights, and an amazing sale. I don't take the time to look up what best offer was accepted because these research videos do take me a while already. But if you're interested, you can use eBay's free service of TerraPeak and go and see what offer was actually accepted. Next up, I believe, is probably one of, if not my favorite of the whole video. This is a Moonside Swimmer 6-inch Dia Satava jellyfish sign. This is so beautiful with the corals beneath it. And this one sold for $2,100. I do not love it that much, but it is an amazing piece of art. And here you can see the Satava 1213-23, not very old, and an amazing weight. Up next is another. This is a high domed clothes pack, not in a basket. This one was an auction. It was a 7-day auction with 4 different bidders. It was started at $850 and sold for $2,091. This is the same seller again. And beautiful, beautiful Millefiori canes on this one. Absolutely stunning. Again, I'm not seeing a signature on these, so you would have to do a little bit of research, perhaps get a book on how to identify Clichy paperweights. Next up is a Paul Stankard C65 1992 Floral Morning Glory. It has the B on it, which is super cool. This paperweight sold for $2,400. Look at how incredible the detail. Now there you can see the Paul Stankard signature on the bottom side. The bee's wings are really, really neat. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Again, signature, very easy to read. And I don't blame them for having a $2,400 paperweight in that case, and a really, really amazing sale on this one. All right, with this one, we are up to our top 5, and this is that same seller, Gary McClanahan, and this is a very large Peter McDougall Millefiori paperweight, and this one was an auction, but it only got one bid and sold for $2,500. Beautiful cobalt blue background on this one. Here is the bottom, and again, I'm not seeing a signature, so in order to gain the knowledge that these sellers have, it probably has taken years and years for them. But I want to show you the look of these just in case you happen to come across them. Number 3 is an antique Baccarat red clematis paperweight. This one sold for a best offer on $3,000. And here you can see the top, and it unfortunately doesn't show the bottom. Beautiful clematis vine though. The Baccarat paperweights definitely sell high, and this one sold for a best offer on $3,000. Number 2 is a gorgeous, large, exquisite Gordon Smith koi pond paperweight aquarium. $3,200. Look at the stones on the bottom and the beautiful koi fish. Super realistic. This one is really neat. Here you can see there is a GS glass cane for Gordon Smith, as well as 1996, and an amazing sale for a paperweight at over $3,000. All right, our number 1 selling paperweight is this Josh Simpson 8-inch inhabited mega planet. $4,400. It is giant. It is 8 inches. This thing is probably like 8 pounds, but $4,400. How amazing is this? Really, really neat paperweight. I would love to see this thing in person. Very clearly signed here on the bottom, Josh Simpson, and an amazing, amazing sale. So if you see bigger paperweights, definitely give them some attention as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite was. I really think the jellyfish was my favorite by far. I do love the ocean. I hope this has helped you learn a little bit. I know some of them were unmarked, so those would definitely take knowledge to be able to identify them if you do not have a provenance with them. So if you get it from a known collector that purchased it from the artist themselves or something like that, that of course is going to tell you. But otherwise, you're going to need to learn a little bit. And I absolutely love paperweights. Again, don't forget, if you like my Paul Yassarts, check them out on my eBay store. I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one.